sleepy again, right? Hi guys, this is Connie. You see Ivy there, just farting into my hands. So let's see. Gotta love that hot mess mom bug right out of bed. I did actually was able to get dressed today because I've been talking with Pistachio. I have a problem. Well, I have several problems, but we're not going to go into all of them in this vlog. But the one thing I will start discussing is I don't know how to put my child down. As a new mommy, new practicing mommy, get it girl, new practicing mommy, I overreact. So I hear that coughing and I go, oh my gosh, she's dying, what do I do? Yes, it's facetious. But for example, during Pistachio, words and phrases and stuff, didn't think this through long enough to assume that I'd be able to speak in proper sentences, or at least in English. That would be helpful. It's my native tongue. Pistachio and I take shifts. He takes the first shift at night so I can go to bed early, and then I take the early morning shift because somebody doesn't like mornings. What I noticed that I'd been doing is that I'd hear her whinge, or I'd hear her kind of, I'd hear this on the monitor. And what it would basically be is her fidgeting in the crib. So she's awake, and she's kind of, she's not fussing and she's not crying. But I heard it. I knew she's alive. I knew she would need me, so I rush in there at like 5 o'clock in the morning to go and pick her up. Not today, like yesterday or other things, for example. And, we'll sit here like this. I'll get her up on all the so I immediately pick her up and try to put her back to sleep and put her back down. The same cycle continues to happen. So I've been having to learn. And I appreciate Pistachio for his wisdom and stuff, but it's like sometimes you just keep putting her down. Ooh, move that gas, baby, move that gas. So today, one of the things we talked about last night is to not get her until she starts crying. I was like, she did. I will completely admit that I totally failed on this. Well, I somewhat failed on this. I haven't checked on her. And this is why we do video diaries, so we can get it out of our system and I can move forward. But, and I don't know, like, I'm not prone to dreams unless my body's fighting something off, like when I've been on antibiotics and my body's fighting stuff. I have typically had dreams and nightmares that are pretty vivid at that point in time. So part of me is like, oh, I'm wondering if I'm getting over something, if I'm sick, or just continuing to process through and adjust to motherhood. I am, as a side note, still currently on Zoloft, which is great. Although the way I've felt the last couple of days, I'm going, should I increase the dosage? That's why we do things like diaries. I get it out of my system, start processing it in my own head. Oh, you did the beauty. So beautiful. Yeah, she's so beautiful. You gotta wonder, why does anybody ever put you down? gonna bustle and fidget, which is good. Tell me what you need besides a diaper change. So, I'm at the point. Although I had the nightmare, weird in so many ways. This car alarm is going off at 7 o'clock in the morning on Monday. So I said, and Miss Dash has been helping me out with a lot. She's like, don't go in there until she cries. I was like, okay, I'll try. And I said, I just had a nightmare. I'm gonna go and check to make sure how it's breathing. At 5 o'clock in the morning, eyes open up and she looks at me. I'm like, okay, she's alive. And I let her close her eyes and I start slowly diving into her. But she didn't cry or anything, so I understand. I said, okay. I said, I swear, I think she's staring straight at me. I let her sit, and I'm hoping she slept. I don't know. Tell me what you need. Tell me what we need. And that's the other thing. I don't know what she needs until I hear her cry. I can pretty much decipher most of the cries now. But I don't know which cry you need unless you start to cry. Oh, you don't care. So, I want to smother her with love and affection, which I will always do. But I also know that when she's in my hands, I can't get anything done. So, and I'm also choosing to stop pumping. Which is probably why I'm as upset as I am right now. I wouldn't even call myself upset. I'm making a decision. We've had to supplement with formula because I didn't realize that I would probably need to pump like it's my full-time job in order to get my milk to come in. But now we know for next time. Yeah, now we know for next time. Also, we've come to the decision, we are in agreement, that I'm going to have another one as soon as possible. Because even though I feel like I don't know how to do anything with my hands right now, we ain't getting any younger, so let's have them babies. And I'm under the impression that the sooner the milk production goes away, the closer and better and more frequent my reproductive system will kick back into gear to have a baby. I also haven't lost I'm still at about 15 to maybe 20 pounds of baby weight that I haven't lost since having him. So I'm trying to work on thinking before I eat. As a Christian, as a woman of faith, I want to be able to put more focus on seeking God, trusting God, which was incredibly helpful after having the nightmare. Because I was able to just, pray and seek God and kind of had like a mental picture in my head. Some would call it a vision, you can call it whatever you want. Basically, walking into the throne room and he was already up very close to the door waiting for me to come in. Talking about how, which is just reaffirming to me. Let me hear it, let me hear it. What do you need? If you're uncomfortable, let me hear it. What do you need? Nibble on that formula. Basically, that whatever it is I need, God will provide, and He is always there. I just have to run to Him and ask. So I'm hoping that I can acknowledge Him more in my life, and like Scripture says, He will direct my paths, and all of those things will come together. That's not gonna work. There we go. But yes, isn't this the greatest angle ever? Insecurities aside, there will always be that attachment, and so yeah, I was just getting into the fact that I'm stopping pumping altogether. And I think a part of me feels bad because there is that stigma around it, but another part of me knows. And talking to lactation consultants, like, you know, the first one that I talked to, first or second one, I can't remember right now. But basically, you know, she's like, I can hear a little bit of weepy in your voice. You know, what is that from? It sounds a lot like my Aunt Jill. It's like, why are you crying? I'm like, I like to cry. So it's kind of how I relieve stress in a quick situation. So I've learned that I don't, if when my tears can be effective, I have to talk through my tears, which is helpful and kind of keeps them, you know, in check. But, you know, I was like, I am disappointed that I couldn't breastfeed exclusively, similar to what my sister was able to do. And the one thing that the lactation consultant, and other things, you know, you hear a lot of people have the mentality of breast is best, and we all know the benefits of breastfeeding. That is something I will never deny. However, day 2 of this little one's life, she put down over an ounce, almost an ounce and a half. Yes, you did. And at, you know, second day of life, that is a huge amount of any kind of food. So she's hungry, and short of me pumping every 2 hours and taking supplements and drinking lots of, like, I would have had to be on my A game, and I was nowhere near my A game when it came to trying to effectively breastfeed. So I was already fighting an uphill battle with a giant boulder that was pushing me 10 steps back for every step I tried to take. So I believe in fighting the good fight, but that in the grand scheme of my sanity, in the grand scheme of her thriving and surviving and growing effectively, the greatest thing that the lactation consultant said at the time, she goes, your baby is here, your baby is alive, and your baby will live, regardless of whether you can effectively breastfeed or if you have to just stick to formula. And I found a statistic, 20% of the world's babies don't have access to breast milk, so they've had to live on formula, they've had to grow on formula, and there are plenty of, you know, healthy babies, regardless of whether they're breastfed or formula-fed, as long as they are fed. And, you know, the biggest thing that you hear from pediatricians and everything else are like, is your baby thriving? Is your baby growing? Is your baby gaining weight? Yes. That's all that matters. She is healthy, she is happy, and for all intents and purposes, she's perfect. And I know that that's not true, and I know that that's bias. I couldn't ask for a more perfect baby. Continue to be your friends, that we have that connection, we have that closeness. That's not going to change. You know, she's always going to need her parents, especially right now, she's planning on that feed herself. So, it's definitely having an issue knowing that in the next week or so, more family is going to show up and the house is a wreck. I've never been a very good housewife, so balancing out cleaning and baby care and Pistachio has been incredibly graceful and kind through all of this. But I also don't want to push it either because I am pretty lazy. So it's just like, I know my weaknesses, I know the parts where I need to be stronger, and it's just a matter of now at this point having attainable goals and successful in. I know a lot of that for me will be, acknowledging God. Maybe I need to start saying grace more often when I eat, because I'll have to think about what I eat. Think about God blessing food that I prepare. Because it'll be nutritious and delicious. If I go through a drive-thru, it's going to seem like a ridiculous prayer when I look at the food in front of me and go, bless this to the nourishment of my body. Well, and there's healthy fast food out there, but typically fast food's not the best choice. And I do have a choice. I have choices in everything I do. I have a choice not to pick up my daughter when you whinge, or when you fidget. You fidget. You haven't really cried all that much, and it's just because I hate hearing you cry. And another part of me wants to be like, when she cries, short of it being that full-on, 0 to 10, it's a 10 cry, she is in pain, oh my goodness, make it stop. I can let you cry for a little bit. That's why I'm wearing the watch now. I want to make sure I can give you at least 15 seconds. Someday I might put it to a minute. I go raging mad when your dad waits another 30 seconds while you're crying to get things together, and I'm like, help her now. And it's been a lot of fun trying to figure out how to raise you. Although, I'm pretty sure you've already got me whipped. And you are spoiled. Just a little bit. Which isn't too bad right now. But in the future, I want to continue being able to effectively allow you to sleep. You're okay on your own to an extent as well. Easy. Not choking helps. We can always make more food. Yes. You are safe. You are loved. And you are well taken care of. You are fearfully and wonderfully made in the image of God. Yes, you are. All the other scriptures that I should have memorized, because they're down in my brain somewhere. God's hand. Leading in Christ Jesus to do good works, which God has already prepared in advance for us to do. And even the most basic one, for God so loved the world that He gave His only begotten Son, that whosoever believes in Him shall not perish, but have everlasting life. God sacrificed His one and only Son for us. Because of that, we can have peace. We can have joy. And we are loved by God, that we can trust in a faithful and holy God. Even when things don't make sense. So if I can do that when I eat food, if I can do that while I clean house, if I can do that while continuing to raise my daughter, it won't be too bad. But now it's just a matter of doing it instead of just saying it. It's easy to say it. Yeah, it's easy to say it. It's one other thing to do it. So be careful with that and enjoy, please and thank you. Holy crap, that's a really long vlog. Brr.